so when you were 17, okay, what were you like? And what were you trying to do to other 17-year-old children, i.e. of the female persuasion, who then you said, go back and lie to your dad?
Yeah, there is that.
You know what I'm saying? So you've got the three older kids.
I feel bad about that now.
You're sure you do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then I have three younger ones. Grace, who will soon be 7 on the 28th of this month. Jasper, who is 4.5, and young Deacon, who is 7 months.
Wow, how lovely. So you've got a new young family, as well as your more established family.
Yeah.
Okay. And how is that going back into, the front line of fatherhood once again?
Well, it's kind of like being a father and a grandfather, all at the same time.
Well, conceivably, one of your older kids could have a grandchild who would be about the same age as your youngest.
No, they've been threatened.
You don't want to be grandpa, just yet.
No.
How lovely, though, to have little babies, because, to have ones that
great.
grown up, and you've been through it once, and I would imagine, I don't know what it was like having the first ones, but I get the feeling that, the more you have, the better you get at it, in a way.
Yeah, well, also, the more relaxed you get at it. When you have children in the first place, you're in terror. How can I care for this child? Can I care for this child? What happens if... you think of all kinds of things. When Jesse was first born, I could hear his breathing change in the other room. It was...
You panic about that?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about Miami Vice, because surely we have to here, which was a great series, and it kind of changed the face of TV quite dramatically at the time, didn't it?
Yeah, well, we didn't revolutionize television as much as contemporize it. We were the first to sort of put fashion and music and all that stuff in. What films had been doing for a while, we sort of brought into TV.
Yeah, it was very stylishly shot, I remember, more so than any other cop show at the time. I remember thinking, this is shot like a movie, and it was really beautifully put together in that way.
Actually, the part of that, because as I mentioned, all of us had come out of independent films, and we were all used to picking up shots on the fly. And that means no prep, no something. You grab it where you can, and there's, you don't worry about permits. You shoot it and then worry about them later. And so that's pretty much how we made Miami Vice. So we were able to get enormous production value in a short period of time, because we literally made an hour-long episode, which is the equivalent to about a half a movie. In 7 days.
Wow, and normally a movie would take 4 or 5 months, something like that?
Some of them 7 months.
Okay. And of course, it wasn't just the style of the way it looked. The clothes that you wore, really, they became, I don't know whether it became a curse to you or whether it was a good thing, but you were known for the kind of the pastel colours. There you look like you're just going to join Spandau Ballet or something. But, and of course, the sleeves rolled up all the time. Now, was this something that you brought to it, that you were already dressing like, or they had stylists that said, this is a good look for that character?
I went shopping like this.
Who would pick that out?
Went to the market just like that.
That's quite some look, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's hotter than in Miami. And we'd go there in July.
That's what they say on the weather on the TV channels as well. Today it's going to be hotter than so roll those sleeves up, pops.
Exactly. So that's how I would, when I went down there, it was July to start making the show, and so I said, okay, first things first. It's 110. It's 98 degrees humidity. The socks go.
Yeah.
The underwear go. The T-shirts. Anything that you could take off, I took off, and then the sleeves rolling up. Anything.
So it was genuinely functional. It was
exactly, and it was out of the organic sort of nature of building the character, who was meant to be an undercover drug dealer.
Yeah, and he would be dressed flamboyantly.
Yeah, of course.
Don, we're going to have to get a move on because we have Tenacious D coming. Before you go, I must ask you a little bit about singing, because you've had a successful singing career as well, and you've sung with one of my heroes, and this is with Barbra Streisand, of course.
I did.
Wow, now that's what a great experience that must be.
It was amazing. She's well, first of all, she's probably the diva of all time in terms of voices and stuff. And I was under contract to Columbia at the time, her studio, and of course at the time I was like the Biggie Wow Wow in television and film, and with Miami Vice and stuff. And I just put out a record that had made the top 5 and stuff.
I think it was a hit over here as well.
Yeah, we did very well here, actually. Thank you very much.
It was Heartbeat, wasn't it?
Heartbeat, yeah. And Columbia came to me and said, and this is how I met Barbara. They said, would you like to do a duet with Barbara? And at first I said, well, it's a different kind of music than and then I went, what, are you crazy?
Yeah.
You got to do a duet with Barbra Streisand.
And that must be, I would have thought, a kind of a nerve-wracking day when you go up and you're going to be singing next to Barbara. Did you do it at the same time you actually sang together? Or did
actually, we did. And she made that happen that way. She there was a studio glass, between us, and so that she could watch me sing because it was a duet. So she could watch me sing and I could watch her sing, and it was a little nerve-wracking, as I recall. She's a perfectionist and impeccable about everything, impeccable about every note, and I want to be that way. It's just that I don't have the equipment that she's got to do it.
Did you find her sexy? Did you find her attractive?
Yeah, I find anybody that can make me laugh, I find sexy.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I fancy you, actually.
Did you pick it up the English? I quite fancy you. But, I think she's a very sexy woman, and I've seen her recently on TV, and she still looks pretty good, I think, for age.
She is a wonderful, wonderful person. She's one of the most intelligent persons I've ever been around in my life, and she's very funny, and has a humongous heart. She's a really terrific person.
I know she's a very smart person. I was talking to someone from office, and they said she was watching a documentary called Hard Labour, and she understood every single word of it, regardless of the dialect. Yeah, she said it was fabulous. She
Impossible.
Loved it. I've got to ask you something which might seem a little off colour before you go.
Yeah.
Don, you know this is coming now, don't you?
I don't know.
The rumour is that you are the best endowed man in show business. Jimmy, I'm afraid that your days are numbered at the top of the game.
Am I going to deny that now? I don't think so.
Well, what I'm hoping is that we get a bit of proof here. So
It cost me plenty to start that rumor.
What a great rumour to have going around. But you're aware of this rumour, are you not?
It was written in a book. An old girlfriend of mine who...
God bless her.
Yeah. I must have been cooking that night. I don't know.
Well, surely... we know there must be some truth in it, obviously.
Well, I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to. You understand?
Is that a challenge, Johnson?
No. I told you, I'm over here alone. My family doesn't come till next week.
Listen,
anything could happen.
If you didn't... I don't know if you saw the Comedy Awards, but I have experience as a snake wrangler. So...
this is going to be big.
Hey, Don, how lovely to meet you. I've very much enjoyed meeting you.
I've had a great time.
I'm a fan of you as an actor. I hope you're going to stick around for the music as well now.
Oh, I wouldn't miss my buddy Jack Black.
And I'm going to make sure I see you in Guys and Dolls. When are you opening that here in the West End?
January 8th for previews, and then shortly after for the press.
I'm looking forward to it.
Come on, January 8th. We'll all learn it together.
I'm going to come. I'm going to come and see you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree a charming guest, Mr. Don Johnson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Don. You want to stick around for the music?
You took good care of me.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here. Nice to meet you. Well, my thanks to all of my guests this evening. Don Johnson.